So hello guys, hello everybody, whoever's watching this. My name is Kevin and I would like to introduce myself and also tell you about what my intentions with this channel are. So you may know me or you may have seen my older videos. Most of them are related to acting or they're also related to, so I have a few short films on my YouTube channel. I also have some theater plays on my YouTube channel that you can watch. So I've been living in this country that is Mongolia. I've been living in Mongolia for the last 2 years, and let me tell you that they have been some of the most amazing years of my life. I really enjoy living here, and right now I'm actually enjoying myself here at the Rio Tinto Park, which you just saw at the start of the video, and I really enjoy my life here. I had always dreamed of moving to an Asian country or to a different country from my own country, and so a few years ago that wish finally came true. And so what I do here is I'm actually an English teacher here for a training center, and I really enjoy working with Mongolian students, or sometimes with Russian students, with some Chinese students as well, or inner Mongolian students. I really enjoy helping them out and to achieve their goals, their dreams, whatever they want to do. Some of them want to study abroad in countries like America, like Canada. Others just want to go to Europe or South Korea, Japan. So that's what I've been doing here for the last 2 years. And I have not really been focusing on my acting career at all, or on doing many things related to arts. However, I've actually starred in a few commercials here in Ulaanbaatar, and it's been a really wonderful experience. It was really cool to be able to be part of those commercials. And actually, yeah, it was 2 months ago I starred in a commercial for Naadam, which is one of the most important festivals or celebrations here in the country. Naadam takes place, I think it starts on July 10. I'm not sure if it changes from year to year, but it's always the second week of July. So Mongolians take that entire week off, or at least 5 days off, and they go to the countryside, they visit their families, they go to the national stadium, and they watch the opening ceremony as well as the wrestling. The wrestling also takes place at the stadium, at the national stadium. They also watch the archery competition, and they finish off by going outside of the city and watching the horse racing competition as well. So those are the 3 most important sports in Mongolia. Those are the 3 national sports, or as they are known here, the 3 manly sports. It's really cool. It's been such a great experience. And I remember my first opening ceremony was in 2022. That's actually the only one that I've watched, because I purchased the ticket before moving to Mongolia, I remember. And that was amazing. The opening ceremony featured acrobatics, featured dancing, singing, throat singing, also known as Homi. It was just a wonderful show to watch. It was quite an experience. And for the last 2 years, I've been, of course, learning the way of life here in Mongolia. I've been trying to learn the language, though it's been hard because, so first of all, I'm an English teacher, so sometimes it's difficult because people want to practice with me. So instead of me practicing their language with them, they come to me and they want to practice English with me. And that always happens to me even when I go to the store. Like I go to a convenience store, to a CU or GS25, and I want to order an Americano, let's say, and like I'm trying to use my Mongolian, my terrible Mongolian, to get around, but people they won't just let me. So, for example, I will say, Samino, and then they say, oh, do you mean hi? And I tell them, oh yeah, Samino. And then I tell them, Nig Americano. And then they say, oh, do you mean what Americano? And it's funny because, hello? And it's funny because I'm trying to practice the language here, and people don't want me to practice the language. Like they say no, and then I ask them, why don't you let me practice your language? I'm the one who lives in your country. I should be the one I should be the one speaking Mongolian. You should not be speaking English here with me. And they say, oh yes, but it's more important for me to learn English. So let's practice, let's just speak English. And I'm like, okay. So it's been difficult, I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, it's still awful. Like my level is probably around A1, maybe even lower, but it's getting better. Now I'm able to make some basic sentences and say some basic phrases just to get around. And yeah, that's a little bit about myself and about my life in Mongolia. And what I want to do with this channel, of course, is more than focusing on artistic projects or short films. I would like to show you what life in Mongolia is like, what my day-to-day life is like, the hobbies that I'm interested in, the things that I do. And I would like to share some interesting habits or routines that I have, as well as maybe share with you some of my insight on life, on what my life as a foreigner or as an expat, as they also know us, is like here in this country. So I would really like to document my experiences and maybe provide some value or some interesting insights, anything that you could take useful or benefit from with this channel. And one of my favorite hobbies, and one of the ones that I've been practicing for the most time in my life, is actually working out, calisthenics in particular. So I've been training, I've been doing calisthenics for the last 6 years. I was originally a gym bro, and I used to lift weights when I was, I can't remember, but it was many years ago. And then at some point I just got tired of it. I really didn't enjoy lifting weights that much, so I decided to switch to calisthenics. I started training calisthenics in 2017. I remember that I was in university, and since I was taking dancing lessons, I was stiff as a rock. So my teachers told me to stop. They asked me to stop lifting weights, and to stretch more often. So they told me that, and I actually asked them if it was okay for me to train calisthenics instead of weights, and they told me that it was okay. So that's why I started training calisthenics, and I just fell in love with the discipline, and I just decided I wanted to become more disciplined. I wanted to become more conditioned. I wanted to become stronger, but also be able to do cool stuff in the bars. And I gave skills-based calisthenics a shot for the first few years, but then at some point I just kept on getting injured, and that's when I just decided to quit. And for 1 full year during COVID, at the beginning of COVID, I was not able to train. So I lost most of my muscle mass. And then that's when I hired my coach. And that was in 2021. And for the last 3 years, I've been training with just basic calisthenics. And my life has changed tremendously in many different ways. It's not just helped my physical development, but it's also helped my mental health. It's also helped my mentality. I've become more disciplined, more durable. It's just tough, man, when you are doing hundreds of repetitions of different exercises, especially those exercises that are dreaded by most people, like squats. It takes you to a whole new level, and you discover an entire new level of fitness and, I don't know, form of training that you had never experienced before. So I'm really passionate about calisthenics, as you just heard, and I'm also passionate about taking care of my health. I don't know, just being optimistic and trying to give as much as I can to this world, trying to contribute. And well, that's a little bit about myself. And before I finish this video, maybe some of you will ask me about my Silent Hill short films, if I have planned to make a new one. And of course, I've already planned to make 2 more scenes for the Silent Hill short film series, but I don't really know when I will be able to make them. Maybe at some point when I go back to my hometown, because here in Mongolia, it's just me. None of the other actresses or actors or people who helped me out with the video are here, so I'm just here by myself. I would, of course, definitely have to set up a crew and maybe meet new people who are into the movie industry. I've already met some people who are into making videos, but I have not met anyone from the film industry yet. But of course, it's part of my plan long term. So for the time being, I don't have any videos planned to release anytime soon, but hopefully in the next 2 or 3 years I will release another one. It will be great, of course. I also have some other sketches, and I even have the storyboards for some other short films and videos that I want to make. So stay tuned for that. I'm not going to tell you that I will release them in the next year or so, but for sure, I've definitely contemplated making those in the next 3 to 5 years. So, but for the next few months or even for the next year, I just want to document my life here, my experiences, as I said before. And well, I really hope that you subscribe. I really hope that you enjoy the content. And well, now I'm going to work out. I'm about to start working out at the playground, which I showed you before. And then I'll let you guys know how that went. So stay strong and have a wonderful day.